Alright guys, so about a week ago, I was just playing around with my cards, just trying to come up with a new effect. And I was playing around with this idea that I had. I was trying to come up with a trick, but I wasn't really getting it. But suddenly, I came up with the solution. And now I finally have this trick ready to go, and I cannot wait to show you guys what it looks like and how it's done. Trust me guys, you will not be disappointed. Once you learn how this is done, I guarantee you will be using this all the time. So without further ado, let's get into the performance. So we have a deck of cards here, and just in case a spectator thinks they're in an order, we'll take the cards, give them a cut. I asked the spectator, you, spectator, give them a riffle shuffle. Okay, cool. Spectator gives them a riffle shuffle. Fair, right? All right, perfect. So that's a fair riffle shuffle, as fair as it gets. Perfect. So I would actually ask the spectator at this point if they have a favorite suit in the deck. It can be any suit. Let's say they name hearts, for example. They can name any suit. It really doesn't matter. I say, do you want to change your mind or do you want to stick with hearts? And they really do have the option to change their mind if they want to, but let's say, no, they want to stick with hearts. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So, you know what? I really want this trick to be something that you remember forever. And I don't want you to think that I was doing anything. So just to make it even more impossible, can you go ahead and give them another riffle shuffle? Just give them another riffle shuffle to further mix up the order of the cards. And they do this without me touching the deck. They give the cards a riffle shuffle like this, and they push the cards together themselves. I have no control over this. Now, let's take a look at the cards here. Now remember, you shuffled the cards twice. Thorough riffle shuffles. Now, let's take a closer look at the deck because you named any suit that you wanted, right? You could have named clubs, diamonds, spades, but you settled on hearts. Let's take a look at the hearts in the deck. See the first heart here. Here we go, ace of hearts. The next heart is the two of hearts. Look at the next one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. All of the hearts shuffled by you into perfect numerical order in the deck. Yeah, that is the trick, guys. So I know you're dying to learn how this is done, and yeah, let's get right into the tutorial. All right, guys, so here's the tutorial for the trick that you just saw. So even the description of this trick just sounds too good to be true. So imagine you just pull out a deck and you have the spectator riffle shuffle it. Then you have them name their favorite suit or any suit that they want to, and then you have them riffle shuffle the cards again, out of your control. Then with no sleight of hand, you spread through the cards, and the suit that they just named off the top of their head is the only suit in the deck that is in perfect order. It just sounds too good to be true. And also, one more thing, you do not need to be an expert magician to perform this trick. Literally anybody can perform this trick. As long as you watch this video and follow my instructions, you'll be able to perform this trick right away after you're done with this video. So without further ado, let's get into how it's done. So it probably won't surprise a lot of you that this trick requires a little bit of a setup, but it's very easy and actually not that hard to get into. So all you need to do is just take out all the red cards here, set them in numerical order. So first you're going to take out the hearts and set all the hearts from ace to king in perfect order. Then you're going to take out all the diamonds and set them up in the reverse order. So from king to ace, basically, going in descending order like this, okay? And all the black cards here don't need to be in order. These are all completely shuffled, completely in a random order. The only two suits that you need to worry about are the red suits. And since these black cards are shuffled and these red cards are in order, this actually means that when you ask the spectator to name any suit, you're basically just hoping that the spectator names either hearts or diamonds. If they name hearts, if they name diamonds, then you're golden and you're perfect. The trick is done. If they name a black suit, if they name spades or clubs, there is something that you can do called equivocate or magician's force to basically stray them away from the black suits and lead them to choose one of the red suits, which I'll get into a little bit more detail later on how to do that. But for now, let's just focus on the setup. So once again, we have diamonds here in descending order, hearts in ascending order. So what I do, I just take the hearts and I place them on top, and then I take the diamonds and I place them on the bottom of the black cards. So I essentially have all the black cards sandwiched in between the hearts and the diamonds on the top and the bottom. One more thing I need to do is just remember to just take note which suit is on top and which suit is on bottom. So I remember hearts is on top, and I remember diamonds is on the bottom. That's all I need to remember. And at this point, you're ready to go. So you bring out the deck, and all you're gonna do is split the deck in half, just as close to half as you can, and you ask the spectator to riffle shuffle. So they give it a riffle shuffle, just like this, okay? And they're gonna do this themselves. They're gonna completely shuffle the deck, just like that, and push it together. At this point, you would not wanna flip over the cards, but just for the tutorial's sake, I'll show you guys what the spectator just did. So don't do this in the performance. I'm just showing you guys what the deck would look like now if the spectator did this. So as you guys can see, it looks like the deck is pretty shuffled, right? But if you actually look a little bit more closely, all the black cards are completely mixed up. But if you look at the red cards, you actually still have all the cards in perfect order. They're just kind of split up now throughout the deck. So you still have the ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king of hearts there in perfect order. And if I spread it out here more clearly from the bottom half, you can also see that we have the ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king of diamonds there in perfect order. So that's what happens when the spectator gives the cards their first riffle shuffle. Nothing really happens to the order of the cards. They're just kind of getting split up and moved around the deck. So at this point, you're gonna have the spectator name their favorite suit. The reason why I chose the 2 red suits to be on the top and the bottom is because from personal experience, I found that spectators more often choose red suits more than the black suits. People are more likely to name hearts and diamonds rather than spades and clubs, just because hearts and diamonds are very memorable and they're pretty easy shapes to remember. So if the spectator names hearts, then you're perfect. If the spectator names diamonds, then you're perfect. But what happens if the spectator names spades or clubs? All you need to do is just lead them away from the black suits and try and get them to focus on the red suits. And this is how you do it. So for example, let's say they name spades. You're gonna say, perfect, now name another suit. Let's say they name clubs, and you say, perfect. We can go ahead and eliminate those 2 suits, leaving us with the 2 red suits. And now they can really have a free choice between hearts and diamonds. And that's how you would lead them away from the black suits. If they name a black suit, you can say, perfect, we'll go ahead and eliminate that one. And then that will basically leave you with the red suits left. But like I said, more often than not, 70% of the time, the spectator will name a red suit, either hearts or diamonds. So what do you do if the spectator names hearts or diamonds? Well, this is all you need to do. So remember how I said you need to keep track of which suit was on top and which suit was on the bottom. Well, this is where that part of the trick comes in. So depending on which suit they name, either hearts or diamonds, you're gonna cut the deck in a certain place for them to riffle shuffle. You're gonna remember this little code, top, big, bottom, little. So basically, if they name the suit that was on the top, you're gonna cut a big pile. If they name the suit that was on the bottom of the deck from the beginning, you're gonna cut a little pile, so less than half the deck. So for example, if they name hearts, you say perfect, and then you're gonna cut a big pile of cards, and then you're gonna have the spectator riffle shuffle the cards, and then the trick will be over. If they name diamonds, you're gonna cut a little pile, and then you're gonna have them shuffle those 2 piles together, and then the trick will be over. Let's say in this case, the spectator names diamonds, so then you're gonna cut a little pile, and you're gonna give these 2 piles over to the spectator. And now you're just gonna have them also, riffle shuffle these cards again, just like this, completely doing it themselves. They're gonna push the cards together. You're gonna take the deck back for the first time, show your hands are empty, you're not gonna do anything sneaky, just slowly spread out the cards like this. Since they named diamonds, the trick is gonna work for diamonds, and you're gonna notice that the ace is here on the bottom. So all you need to do now is, instead of counting from the top to the bottom, you're gonna start counting from the bottom to the top because of the diamonds. Obviously, if they named hearts, then you would start counting from the top because the ace was here on the top. It really does look like the spectator shuffled the cards, and they really did shuffle the cards. This is from the spectators shuffle themselves. And then they're gonna look through and they're gonna see, look, we got the ace here. I like to out jog the cards like this so they can clearly see. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, and king of diamonds. And I kind of just like to leave this image here, just let it show that, look, this is the only suit here that's in perfect order, starting from ace to king from the bottom to the top, and that's just absolutely impossible, considering the spectator shuffled the deck twice. Now, yes, if you do look really, really closely at the cards, you are gonna maybe notice that also the hearts are in perfect order, but the thing is, since you cut a big pile and a little pile, the cards are not going to start with the ace on the top. As you can see, actually, the first heart here, if I get it in the camera's view, is actually the 6, but it still is technically in order. So if you look here closely, it goes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king of hearts, and then it restarts here, ace, 2, 3 of hearts, and then 4 of hearts, 5 of hearts, and it goes in order, but it goes unnoticed because of the diamonds here, and you're gonna out-jog them, so they kind of forget that the hearts are in order, and they're not really gonna notice this anyway. But yeah, guys, that is essentially the trick. It really is that easy. You don't need to do any sleight of hand. The spectator literally does all the work for you. All you need to do is do the setup, and then when they name the right suit, you just need to cut the right amount of cards, either a big pile or a little pile, depending on which one they name. That's really the entire trick right there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know you guys are gonna perform this everywhere now, and I cannot wait for you guys to do this. So go out, perform this trick, let me know how it goes. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the trick, and see you guys next time. Bye.